that's a nice view, isn't it? Just looking out your windshield, knowing you got the field covered.
He is in the zone right now. He's rolling. He's got 10 to go to pick up stage 2. And this is just ripping around the top. Truck is dialed in, and he's splitting the seam a little bit, trying to put some air underneath the truck and free it up a little. And then the Hocevar camera, if we jump on board with the visor cam, this place is one of the smoothest tracks as far as a 1.5 miles goes. But watch the movement in your head. Hocevar's head as he's going down through 3. And then this turn 4, pow! Look at that. Pow! The sun hits you, and the glare off turn 4 is always a battle.
So the combination of bumps and you can't really see where you're going because of the sun, that would get some look.
Yeah, you can see it clear through the TV. It's not the TV screen.
You know, stuff we
But like the glass has oil on it.
Starting to set here at Kansas Speedway, but the backstretch certainly still in the sun. The rest of it in the shade. But when that sun starts setting, it can really create some issues for you. How about the 19 of Derek Kraus up inside the top 10?
You're way better than them. Just set them up, go get them. Same thing does again. Don't get frustrated. We got a long time to clear. You're better than them. Just set them up. It'll be there eventually.
And eventually it did come to pass as he got around Colby Howard in that 91. Here's Ty Majeski and the 99, his teammate Ben Rhodes, the defending series champion. They are 4th and 5th.
And they've been trying to sort this out for a long time, running right together on the racetrack.
I love it when the crew chief goes into therapist mode. You know, like, hey man, just calm down. And the driver is like, why didn't this guy give me a little bit of room? Like, he knows I'm faster. He should just let me slide on by. But every position counts, and it's a hard thing to do as a driver. You know when you want to catch back up and get up into the top 5.
You never get frustrated on the radio or anything.
Yeah, usually like every 30 laps or so. Check in.
That radio button is a great way to hit, though. It's the only way you have to express to the world exactly what all is going on.
It's like steam out of the radiator.
Yes.
Okay, there it is. All right, cool. Maybe he'll go back to normal.
People say just don't push the button, but it doesn't feel as good as when you push the button, does it?
It's therapy, I'm telling you. How come you guys are always picking on me? Let's go back to the racing action.
And then the racing action is good between these two teammates. Majeski's got a fast truck, and he just can't make his way around Ben Rhodes.
How about the season Ben Rhodes there with that 99? He's scored the most points here in the regular season. He's got a win at Bristol. He's led the most laps this season. He's got the most stage points.
There he goes. He's going to get it. Yeah.
He's the defending series champion, but he says it's even a better season this time around.
I loved watching him on the dirt at Bristol, Vince. He had that thing hung out and just, it looked like a dirt late model instead of a truck, the way he was able to get after it. As you see, Ty Majeski's able to take that spot, get ahead of Ben Rhodes.
Super impressed with what Majeski 250 again this year for the 5th time. I mean, he's as good a short track racer as there is anywhere.
And he's proven right now he can get it done anywhere. We already knew that. We put together a short list earlier today, Vince. You and I just talking about guys that we think are a win just waiting to happen. And Majeski was on the top of my list. He's that good and that fast, and you can see he's racing up in the top 5. Another couple of trucks here racing inside the top 10. That's Derek Kraus in the 19 and Colby Howard in the 91. Colby's doing a nice job today. This is his best run he's had in his young career. What's happening with the 19, Jamie?
It's the 91 of Colby Howard, his career best start to the race also. He started this race in the 11th position, but it's been a big week for that the Bill McAnally-led program. He was watching on the pit cart back in Darlington, and he noticed they were losing time every single pit stop. So this week he made a wholesale change. They have a completely new pit crew. They did that first pit stop, much happier with the execution. He's still inside of the top 10, and the struggle that you're probably aware of, Kurt, with teams getting pit crews at this point in the year is that the Cup teams, they don't want crews to come down the trucks and use the 5-lug system. They want them focused on the single lug. So it was a big challenge for them to make that change mid-season.
Final lap.
Well, Chandler Smith in the 18 is continuing to have trouble with fuel. Came over the radio, said it's losing fuel pressure again. So some concerns for the 18 so far tonight.
And he's still a lap down, and it's already been a couple of back-to-back tough races for the 18 of Chandler Smith, 19th at Bristol, 21st last week at Darlington.
Yeah, that only makes sense. There's a pickup problem on the 18 truck as far as it won't get all the fuel out of the cell, and so that's why he's only able to go about 30 laps at a time.
Zane Smith on his way to another stage win. It would be his 4th of the season. He has been super impressive again tonight. Zane Smith, the winner of stage 2 here at Kansas. Hotly contested, just as we anticipated tonight. Kansas Speedway, the midway point of the Camping World Truck Series regular season.
We're 25% of the way through the season, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, the 38 as well. So Ben Rhodes with a great pit stop. He's up inside the
4 wide, almost 5 wide. Haley Deegan,
Deegan back there in the 215 spot.
5 wide.
4, 5 wide. Not supposed to be able to do that.
Riley had some huge speed off board. He cashed in.
Hang on. Both the Monster Energy trucks. That was a good score right there.
Watch this off turn 4. This is crazy.
It's back around the 15th position.
All right, well, that guy loses a little momentum. Haley's coming up. Tanner Gray's like, I got stuck here. They just had a nice run, and everybody else gets bottled up on the bottom side.
That is crazy.
Crafton got trapped behind all of them.
Dean Thompson in that 40 truck doing battle with that group. She's racing hard. She's got the position, and he's got to take it away. And I like that she's not giving anything up. I mean, we're creeping toward the final pit stop. Oh,
And a tire going down to Jack Wood in that 24, so he had to come in. Maybe what surprises me, Michael, more about the Deegan Crafton thing is it's back there battling for 15th, because I got to believe Crafton, as a 3-time winner here, came in with higher expectations than to be battling for 15th.
yeah, and that, like we talked about at Darlington, top 5 run, so felt like they had a little bit of momentum, and now he's stuck.
Final pit stops coming up. You're not going to miss a thing, though. We're going to keep it side by side for you from Kansas Speedway.
And it just gets too tight. In fact, this early in the 3rd stage, it was still too tight. So more adjustments for Ben Rhodes. For Corey Heim, I mentioned the engine shutting off during the 1st stage. It happened again. Started this 3rd stage team not worrying about it, though, making sure he's on his marks, making sure they execute on this pit stop, Josh.
Well, Tom Majeski in the 66, really happy with this truck. No adjustments for them, just putting on their last set of tires. Zane Smith also really happy with this truck set. It's just a little bit too tight, but they completed the most laps, so they're happy with what they've done so far.
It's going to be a good battle off pit road. Corey Heim is going to be the first one off.
And there you see those pluses and minuses.
Yep.
Those are the biggest things when it comes down to the end of these races.
Rhodes
Lane into 1.
How about it, Jamie, on Heim in the 51?
Yes, he's out there trying to make something of it. It's exactly what his team's telling him to do. He's all the way back in the 7th position now after leading 18 laps. I've mentioned the engine shutting off. He says ever since we went back to green, it's doing it really bad. There's no more.
Yes, sir.
The pits and some discussion happening now. So Corey Heim just trying to hold on.
Well, he's going the wrong direction. They were having a fuel pickup problem, and he had to pit and fell a lap down. How about radio from the 51 of Heim? What a helpless feeling that must be for you drivers.
Well, I mean, when you have a truck that's capable of winning, it just stings worse. And we're seeing a couple issues with their own issues. So with the freezing, like you're stuck on a flight somewhere, you can't get to the track, Bubba jumps in and dives in and says, all right, truck's a little tight now, should be good for later. And we saw freezing all the way up to P4. Earlier, we're listening to Ankrum, and Zipadelli wants Ankrum to define his truck a little better or to predict from race practice to the race what you need. Those are those moments where top guys jump in and go, yeah, you should be good later. It's because you know the track and the track conditions that are coming to you.
Jack Crafton says, how many Monster Energy trucks are out here, by the way? I'm battling another one as he makes his way toward the top 10. Matt's had a night to get a solid finish.
Trying to throw down the slide job there, and Friesen's like, I'm a dirt guy. I'll just go back to the bottom, and we'll race it out.
It's a big week for Infinger. Last week at Darlington finished third and gained 24 points on the cut line. It was a big week for him, trying to back it up with another one tonight and keep that string of top tens. This would be his 5th straight.
Camping World 20 to go.
Finish it up as we reach our Camping World 20 to go.
Camping World 20 to go, and Carson Hocevar. We talked about that penalty truck.
Hang on.
Dean Thompson, and the caution is out.
We were just trying to give the win.
Captain in control got 3 flaps.
Hold up a little bit.
Both of those tires are flat. The front one over there is, of course, off the rim, and I think that back one, the back left is still aired up. Even if it's the back, the back one right there is still aired up, but it's gonna be flat spotted.
Zane's thinking, what have I got myself into now after dominating? And you know how wild the restarts are. We've already seen 4 wide. Take a look at Thompson coming off the corner. Just switches ends with them. Loose off. That's a good example right there, Vince, of loose off. If you need a pick, if your driver says he's loose off, that's what it looks like.
Able to keep it off the wall, though. Plenty of room there on the apron area.
Okay, I didn't do my homework as good as I should have, but I think there's another set of tires. There's another set of stickers. This is now on the pit crew. You've got to pit here if you've got tires, because the speed differential between the older tires and fresh stickers, it's huge.
I'm looking down on pit road, and there's some scuffs there that might have some fewer laps.
Onside. Okay. All right. Zane's been on a roll. I'm going to let him do it. We'll see how this plays out.
And remember, keep your eye on that 18 truck of Chandler Smith. He's come from a lap down. I mean, he has been on a roll, and
you've got teammates, Chandler.
Has got the same committee to help, and it's second or third. And I think if you stay on top, if you get split, the bottom lane is clear. Or if you stay bottom, pretty much someone has to stay lined up with you.
Well, they don't necessarily have to stay lined up with you, because as soon as you cross that start-finish line, you can go below the white. Anything's free game all the way down into turn 1.
And what we're going to see is free game. Everybody thinking they're going to win this race in the first 3 or 4 rows, Vince, and we know how aggressive it's going to get. That was spotter Josh Williams telling Zane what he thought was the best choice, and Zane went with it.
Zane went with it, and he's got Majeski behind him, who's been fast, but now this could turn into teamwork on the 4 and the 18 with the KBM trucks on the outside.
Cautions sometimes breed caution, so maybe this isn't the last
Going green with
restart
8 to
we'll
go
get tonight, but it's certainly a critical
I don't think
one.
somebody's gonna turn all the way down and get turned like
John Hunter Nemechek
Carl
with his
Edwards.
teammate behind him on the outside. 8 to go at Kansas.
What a start.
Launch for Zane Smith. Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good start for
my goodness.
Infinger to the outside.
Those guys did not get launched at all on the outside. They're going to get swallowed up.
Grant Infinger all of a sudden making his presence felt in the 3rd spot.
3rd last week at Darlington, and now just a workmanlike job tonight, getting himself in a position to...
I like how everybody reacted. They all reacted good. Everybody went away from each other.
In 2nd, can he pressure Zane Smith?
Wow, that is not anything what we expected out of the 4 truck for sure.
The 4 did not get going. You can see he's dropped behind Chandler Smith now as simply figure out what happened
on this restart.
Spun the tires, did he? You saw his hands in there.
Must have. I mean, that thing just did not launch.
Held up that outside line, and boy, Infinger just squeezed up in there between Nemechek and that 66 of Majeski. Great job by Infinger. Meanwhile, there's Nemechek back in the 6th position.
It's a little side skirt bottoming out and ripping it apart on the side, but man, that's where Zane Smith's been dominant all day, and he was able to break away, but Majeski, he's within striking distance. Yeah, that's always a tough break. I didn't see that happen where the KBM trucks weren't going to hook up like that.
That was surprising. Looks like there's some damage to the right side of John Hunter's truck. Oh, no!
There he goes. Oh,
Huge save from Nemechek.
he got damage on him.
Yeah, he's just going to rip that thing home. I mean, he bottomed out probably to rip that side skirt up, but I don't know why it's that loose.
Wow, he's had a handful much of the night tonight, but this is whole different deal.
We saw that earlier, didn't we, Vince, where he had to step out on him? Man, that's
Into the wall a bit there.
nice save.
Good save. The right front didn't smack the fence. I mean, he should be able to nurse that thing home.
A winner last week at Darlington. Had his sights set on a potential victory tonight. Not going to happen for John Hunter. And how about this battle? Haley Deegan in the 1, the 22 of Austin Wayne Self, Tanner Gray in the 15. All back there just outside the top 15.
Give a shout out to Lawless Allen. He's a part of this battle too. Just right inside the top 20. There comes Chandler.
Getting around Eckes for 4th. As you see our Blue Emu race summary. Kerry Heim won stage 1. Zane Smith won stage 2.
Chandler Smith would do anything for a caution right now because he's a fast truck. That restart really hurt him, but he's been able to rally and just clears Eckes. That red finger in his sights.
That's crazy. Like that whole restart just was like this whole different sequence of events, and everybody got strung out now, and still Zane Smith is showing the way. He's going to bring it on here. We're looking at 2 to go.
Smith by a second over Majeski.
Then we talked about whether you pit or whether you not. Matt DiBenedetto has been outside the top 15 most all day. He's up in the top 10 now with those scuffed tires he put on. So that's a good call for that team.
That's good. Hopefully they learn something from that sequence of events. We need more out of DiBenedetto.
Here's a good look at Matty D. They had a brake issue in practice around qualifying and had to start at the rear of the field. And he said if we could just have a good, clean race, I think we could make something happen. And able to do that. Final lap for Zane Smith on his way to a 3rd win this season. And the absolutely. And the only driver with multiple wins this season, and he is doing it with an exclamation point tonight. And tip the cap to Tom Majeski. He's going to have a career best finish if he brings it home in that 2nd position. But tonight it belongs to Zane Smith.
Kansas City Cape.
The winner, Kansas. Happen here.
He's got Horizon Hobbies on there.
It's a team sport. The pit crew did their job. Zane did his job. The truck came to Kansas loaded for bear, as Vince
He's got
said,
Love's
and
truck
look what
stop
the
on there. He's got
results
Speedy
Why
Cash.
did they do that? Because this track's in the playoffs later this year. This was a playoff type attitude that I saw from the beginning with these guys.
Super impressive tonight. Zane Smith led 108 of the 134 laps. That's a whooping. Yeah, he brought out the can tonight.
And early in this race, Corey Heim drove up there and drove around him. I was thinking, Zane's like, what is going on here? I don't understand how he could be that much better, but got the track position, got the lead, and just was dominant throughout the second half of the race.
Is down there with the winner, Zane Smith, a 22-year-old from California, celebrating again tonight.
Zane Smith with a career high in laps led en route to your series-leading 3rd win of the season. What was the key for you in this dominant victory?
Yeah, really just an unbelievable truck. We honestly struggled there in the first stage, and I feel like I made a mistake last week with adjusting too much in the heat of day, and it wasn't right in the night, and we just executed greatly with this truck. This is our Vegas truck. I feel like this would have been an image of Vegas, what we've seen tonight, if I didn't get damaged early in the race there. But what a track record of Speedco and Love's, just so dang cool. That was one of my easier ones I've ever had to win, but that late race restart scared me a little bit. Good thing I didn't have another one there because I'm stuck in 4th. So sorry for the no burnout.
Well, Zane, you said you wanted that 1.5 miles to add to what you've done because you won on basically every sort of track. What does this say about you as a driver that you're winning at all these different type of tracks?
Yeah, I mean, the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series and really all your career until you hopefully get to this level.
The balance better every run. Track was freeing up and we were just a little bit too free, so we kept making small changes, and The sun went down. I think we under-adjusted a little bit for that last stop. Just couldn't attack it, just a little bit too free. But overall, really, really fast American Racing, Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Joe gave me a great truck. We've really been hitting it off this year. It's been a ton of fun. Be in the shop every day with these.
With him earlier today, really likes here at Kansas.
Love y'all. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.